Hello friends, Clay back with another Punishing Grey Raven video today, and we're going to do something a little different today. I think I've been spouting numbers and guides and information at you enough of late, though there's been a lot to divulge. But I just kind of want to do something a little more relaxed today, so I am going to work on hunting for the Derived From Matrix endings I've yet to unlock. Plus, I still have, 53 levels worth of rewards I need to get through, and we have a new roguelike mode coming in the next patch. So, this is just going to be more of a... I'm going to play and chit-chat and just kind of keep it chill. For those of you who don't know, my main day job is full-time streaming. It's been that way for over 7 years? God, I'm old. But, so, this is more in my wheelhouse of, even though I have been making guides and doing a lot of tutorials and coaching and stuff, mostly from Guilty Gear, but now in PGR, just sitting and yapping while playing a game is kind of in my wheelhouse. So I figured, let's just do that, have something kind of chill. If it does well, cool. If it doesn't, something to put up on the content for people to watch. But I'm going to be a jackass and go full difficulty. Oh, we have new stuff. Okay, right. Stuff came out this patch. So, greetings, chosen one. I've been ordered to add something new to the calculation. Oh boy, Shark Spear giving us stuff. That doesn't bode ominously or anything. After choosing an narration, artifacts, collapse points will appear in the game. You can collect items in the shop that increase the calculation difficulty and accumulate calculation peaks. Okay? After each game, the highest calculation peak will be recorded here. Iteration artifacts of higher difficulty. Okay, so do more difficult things, get new shiny stuff. Alright, fair enough. Pretty simple. So... do we have to select this or anything? Alright, we'll take it. Okay, so there's going to be new sets. Nihil damage. I kind of want to run characters I haven't been running to get some more of the modems at the end. So I think I'm going to run either a physical or icy. Probably physical team. My physical team I've not done much with in Derived From Matrix, so we should get a lot out of that. Let's see. Missile support, standby, transfers potion, damage taken the bearer. Man, none of those are great. We'll take this, since I'm not particularly planning on doing the Nihil team. Let's just take Han Ying. I have no modems on her yet. We'll just start with that. Seems like playing to me. Alrighty, Jetavie. Let's see. I think I usually take the small package. Yep. Just get you an artifact out, or the memory out the gate. How nice. It's giving me physical. Let's see. Let's just take the basic one to start. And let the games begin. So yeah, I'm going to try and get out a couple of these and just do some stuff that isn't so much pure raw guides and information. I know eventually that can make the eyes gloss over for folks, so I figured this will be a nice little change of pace for a minute. Alright, cash money dollars. What do we got here? Bloodburn. Koya. Upon QTE entrance, grants acceleration to the character on the battlefield. What does acceleration do? Reduces all members' QTE cooldown by 1. Oh, that could be fun. Upon member switch, the bearer's attack increase. Let's take this. I haven't tried this set yet. Why not? So we'll give that to our will-be support. I should probably set that to not play every time I pick something, huh? Signa, damage over time. Okay, the poison one. Yep, okay. I've seen this before. Sure. We'll throw that on for now. Okay, Industrial Mystery, little favor. I'm gonna try and do stuff I don't recognize in hopes of finding the new endings. It is entirely possible I whiff on that, and this video will look very funny when it's done, if that's what we do, but hey. No fun if we don't try. Push open the heavy metal gate under the construction hall. Your eyes are greeted by the sight of rusted industrial machines scattered amidst the debris. In the resting ground of machine remains, you catch a faint whisper. I mean, yeah, I'm gonna do the restless thing. Of course I will. Guide robot with solar panel broken in half leans against wall, uttering words like, "Welcome to the exhibition," in a fragmented manner. I mean, I didn't come all this way to do nothing, so yoink. Sick. Perfect. I stole a TV, I get a TV. Everything adds up for once. Neat. Let's see here. So we have the slash. Processing units own. I don't know how much I'm going to be spending process units yet. So let's, yeah, let's use this. Why not? We'll move it around if we decide we want to do something else. New owner or alternative projection. So I know the alternative projections are required for some of the endings I don't have. I just don't know which ones or how much. But for now, let's mess about with it. Take a step forward. The red carpet of the museum instantly disappears, replaced with water that goes almost up to your ankle. Jetavie's figure begins to leave you behind. The light coming from the projector becomes brighter and brighter. I mean, ain't about to stop now. Begin to hear loud noises around you. You hear many languages. You can sense countless animated minds. Okay, so it's just like reading the actual PGR story. Neat. Eventually, all vibration converges into an invitation from the void. All right. See if I recognize any of this. Wow, the volume's really quiet on this. Like, quiet even for me. Let me bump that up just a smidgen. PGR music deserves to be heard. Surging memories rush in to wake you. You hear static as the past and present merge into one. In the cycle, what possibility are you searching for? A sea of corruption, a blackened sky, your formless existence, and this endlessly repeating world. It's wild to think where PGR writing has gone in the past few years. For those of you who are new to PGR, or newer because of the global sync, if you've been going through the first, like, 8-9 chapters of the story and feeling like you're very lost as to why people are so into and so attached to the story that's been ongoing, get past those 8-9 chapters. I promise it'll start making sense. The writing quality in this game after, like, chapter 9 into 10 ramps up significantly, and the writing quality from, like, chapter 15, 16 on is just night and day compared to PGR's original writing. So, it's something that I think has become a pretty notable meme about PGR, but at the same time, I'm sure there are a lot of new people going, what is so alluring about this? Because those first 4 chapters, they're a bit rough. It's a little clunky, but anyway. Consciousness refuses to linger here any longer. You will ignite yourself and paint the sea surface with ashen flames. So I'm going to light myself on fire in the water. A bold play, Cotton. In the flickering flames of karma, a white portal fades in and out, as if silently echoing the answer in your heart. You open your weary eyes, the portal opens before you. Hell yeah, I love going in random portals. Nothing bad has ever happened once. Path leads to yet another parallel universe where your final journey may unfold. Very Spiral of Chronos here. I remember standing here with Jetavie countless times before, having defeated the image of desire, your arch enemy. 2 of you were here waiting for a time to reset. Now you are no longer part of the scene, but observer. Ah, okay, we're doing this stuff. Silently watching this timeline unfold. I think we're going to get a lot of clarification on that sort of... There's a lot of PGR story that does, like, bracket, noun, bracket to kind of... I don't want to give spoilers, but it's very clearly setting up communication with certain things or potential possibilities. And I'm just about finished with Polaris Bond, so I get the feeling we're going to get some clarification on that very soon. At least where I am in the story. Hear a woman's voice, gentle, calm, and enchanting. She speaks quietly of her desires. Her veiled malice flows by your ears like water, leaving you intoxicated and helpless. Be it lamb, wolf, or cheetah. Beings that make the survival of their species their ultimate goal will inevitably fall into degradation once they lose their natural predators. They crumble beyond salvation from within and become pawns cast aside by God. Awakening is both a duty and a price to be paid. You see, I cherish you as my own, which is why I hope you become the chosen one more than anyone else. Bringing in that virus, trapping you in this endless cycle, all proofs of my love. See, these are why these are the most interesting to me, is almost all of the alternative interpretation modes. So, Ratificio, Cursed Waves, and now Derived From Matrix, all had stuff that was very clearly meant to be, hey, this is a side story, and these characters are not impacting what's going on with the PGR main story. But then we almost always end up having little snippets and or characters from the alternative interpretations coming into the main story and doing a thing. So I've learned to kind of take these as maybe this isn't so separate from what we're doing. Perhaps one day you will rise above all the other possibilities through the surging malice, just like the 3,278 cycles ago when you devoured the Chosen One's computing power. Oh man, I love devouring CPUs. I actually don't. I worked for 15 years as a private IT consultant. That's the last thing I want to do. You look just as adorable as you point your gun at me now. Must never stop fighting, Jetavie. Okay, so we're getting Jetavie beta. Alright, interesting. Where are we going with this? I'm going to finish you here and now. Higher authority. Alright, good generalization noun for a villain. PGR is very fond of that. View shifts to reveal a silver-haired girl standing amid piles of butchered monsters. She stands defiant with her battered body. Her icy glare shows only a ruthless thirst for blood. Jetavie is every bit as innocent and cheerful as you remember. This character is great. Jetavie has been such a good character. I'm so happy they are putting her as a playable character in the game. I don't care that it's an A rank. I will absolutely build her on the principle of the matter. My name is Jetavie. Our meeting here is not by chance. Yep. On a second look, while she looks the same, her present is entirely different. This girl is more mature, like a battle-hardened Avenger. Her unkept silver hair flows like wind, and the weapon in her hand looks like something between a gun and a cannon. Yeah, that sounds like PGR sidearms. Suddenly realize in this universe, Jetavie has lost her chosen one. Okay. So this is an alternative timeline where we don't even make it through the Derived From Matrix simulation. Interesting. As for why, maybe somewhere along the way they shared their desire to live has faded. Promised to find freedom together, but was together ever truly possible? If only one of them could escape, then staying here might be the only way for them to remain together. The thought, I want to stay together, inevitably turned into, I don't want to leave. Doubts gradually eroded their judgment, and their growing comfort with the status quo hindered their quest for freedom. And the one who first realized this and broke their unspoken agreement was likely your counterpart in this timeline. Okay, I see what we're doing here. The Chosen One willingly sacrificed themselves to sever the bond and rekindle Jetavie's resolve to escape the Matrix. As someone who was a junior in high school in 1999, anytime someone says escape the Matrix, that hits me a little differently. Don't get old, kids. I mean, the alternative isn't great, but I'm just saying, don't get old. The gun in Jetavie's hands must have been crafted from the Chosen One's remaining computing power. Oh, wow. Okay, so they're just using Ishmael's silhouette for this. Interesting. Kill me. I dare you. Enough talking, as long as I am still alive. Jetavie tightens the grip on the trigger as new enemies burst out from the ground around her. A horde of monsters materialize from scattered data and lunges at Jetavie. Jetavie saying "darn it" doesn't feels offbeat. I'm not gonna lie. I would expect slightly more vulgar speech from Jetavie, just from what we've learned about her so far. But different version. So, darn it, now of all the times. Jetavie has no choice but to reposition her weapon, turning its barrel away from the higher authority and towards the approaching monsters. Crimson light erupts and carves a clean hole through a monster's body. But more monsters come charging in, wave after wave. Jetavie swings her weapon violently, unleashing rays in all directions in a desperate fight. When is it going to end? Jetavie strikes down her final enemy as her weapon reaches its limit. Warning, weapon energy at 1%. It's not 0. Mangled remains scatter at Jetavie's feet. And Jetavie raises her gun at higher authority once more. Well, should have brought the USB charger. Never thought it'd be possible for you. Jetavie lowers her gun. You've grown much stronger after absorbing the Chosen One's remaining computing power. But it's far from enough. How much computing power could you really gain from a shattered soul? Hint of melancholy creeps into her voice. Shut up. Give the Chosen One back to me. Okay, so she's not even trying to escape. She's just trying to get us back. Very interesting. Give the Chosen One back to you. How can I give them back when you're the one who devoured the Chosen One? A destroyed body can be rebuilt in another cycle of reincarnation, but once the computing power that forms the soul is lost, I'm afraid there's nothing I can do. This, to me, is some of PGR's most interesting kind of philosophical questions it presents. There's a lot of, like, original Ghost in the Shell coded into PGR's storytelling, at least from my perspective. Your mileage may vary. But some of my favorite parts of this game, aside from, you know, the super hype moments and the payoffs that you get with long, drawn-out gotcha stories like we have, is the philosophical questions it asks about, you know, what is the mind, what is the soul, what happens when you incorporate these things with computing and AI, and I say AI in an actual, like, you know, what we always thought AI might turn into with various stories and interesting concepts, and not the generative dog water that we have, you know, wasting all our electricity these days. But that's like one of my favorite parts of the PGR story. I really like that it makes you kind of really get your brain hamster running fast on the wheel and thinking about what it means to be incorporeal, but be installed into a human construct, more or less. So, do you want me to extract the Chosen One's computing power from your body like a surgeon? You two were always meant to be one entity. To put it bluntly, you're simply more complete now than you were before. Stop making assumptions. You don't know anything about us. Whining at me like a lovesick teenager is going to get you nowhere. Ow. That is kind of spot on for Jetavie. I can't lie. You're always the last one standing when everyone else is gone. You appear in every cycle, just like me and the Chosen One. No, you are an existence that transcends even us. Transcend, of course, is kind of a word that carries a lot of weight in this game. That's why I'm the higher authority. Is that hard to comprehend? You're my true enemy. Defeating you will give me all the answers I seek. Do you think the truth will just reveal itself if you defeat me? But what if that truth is a poison? I don't care. The truth is all I seek. Are you sure it's not just deluding yourself, Jetavie? How did you feel when the Chosen One entrusted their computing power towards you? Pain? Moved? Pity? Or did you blame yourself for being powerless? If I were you, I'd probably be overjoyed. Finally reclaiming what should have been yours. Finally ridding yourself of that useless burden. Now that you've inherited their projection abilities, you don't have to rely on anyone else in a fight, right? Shut up. How dare you insult the Chosen One? If it weren't for you, we'd never have been dragged into this twisted cycle you call a game, and the Chosen One would still have been alive. I know you're the one behind everything. You're neither one of us, nor a monster born from the Red Tide. Who exactly are you? Who am I? Well, we know who her silhouette is. But as for who they are in the story of Derived From Matrix, that's a very different question. Boy, this effect that shows up often in PGR's story, you know, the visual novel parts, the weird kind of glitchy virus thing they do to show when punishing is creeping in often. This messes with me on a personal level because, again, one, I worked with computers for my literal job for a decade and a half, but two, I grew up in the era of, shall we say, Ataris. My very first console was an Atari 5200. And one of the things that always creeped me out as a kid is it was really easy to get glitches or lockups on those old systems. If you bumped a cartridge barely on accident, you would get this kind of graphical, you know, nonsense going on really easily. So when this stuff happens in the story, especially for some of the more creepy parts that PGR does, this kind of smacks me around a little bit. I've definitely been playing the campaign at like 3 in the morning with the lights off in my office and had some moments where I kind of recoil in my chair. I'm like, oh damn. Maybe I'm a man sitting in a dark corner after losing his prosthetic limb. Maybe I'm a blind witch sheltering others beneath a tree. Oh, wow, these are, okay. These are random nodes you can stumble into while doing Derived From Matrix. Interesting. Maybe I'm Sheriff Robert, who upholds justice and fights evil. If you wish I could be anyone you want, even this me you see now is but an illusion. No matter who you are, no matter how many cycles it takes, I will catch you and make you pay. Don't hate me, Jetavie. Why glare at me with such fury over a worthless job? Besides, you're running out of time. This world, too, will soon end, like a bubble fated for doom. Okay. Enough chit-chat. Dark patches like curtains appear on the edge of the horizon. The dark patches spread in all directions as the claws of the void begin to devour the world whole. Under the collapsing heavens, Jetavie charges towards the higher authority's vanishing figure. Give me back the chosen one. Still blind to the truth, higher authority snaps her fingers with casual grace. Hordes of monsters surge forth from the murky ground, swarming and holding down Jetavie. Well, that's not great. He's going to desperately press on Jetavie's head and drag her into the sea of debris and wreckage. Jetavie is quickly buried beneath the debris. Only her fingertip can be seen on the surface. Well, that's morbid. But definitely not out of place for Derived From Matrix. On the other side, the void drowns the world in a gray-white whirlpool, making it as fragile as a tower about to collapse. Higher authority suddenly freezes in her tracks. Oh, man. Wow, now we're really doing Spiral from Chronos. Higher authority turns her gaze towards you despite your intangible existence. Oh, okay. That's creepy. Terror strikes your soul in that instant. You feel a hand choking you, although the hand seems to have no physical form. I see. Higher authority has a small change of mind. And the Spiral of Chronos theme. Well, you know, at least they're doing everything on brand. This is one possibility. This would truly be a delightful coincidence. As the higher authority turns around, the monsters around Jetavie instantly crumble to ashes. Jetavie collapses to the ground, covered in wounds, yet her willpower drives her to prop herself up once more. I changed my mind, Jetavie. Cracks of darkness appear behind the higher authority like a spider web, and from it, a pale blue bow and arrow emerge. What do you want now? I should grant you access to a higher level of authority. Oh, really? Power you've never had before. A gift powerful enough to change everything. The power to turn back time itself. Okay. The blue arrow suddenly shoots out from the crack, piercing straight through Jetavie's body. Jetavie lets out an agonized scream as pale blue markings begin to creep across her body and face. Ugh, curse you, woman. What have you done to me? Is my internal processing power expanding at incredible speed? Why are you helping me? Aren't we enemies? Use this power wisely. The possibility you seek exists neither in this moment nor in this place. The answer does exist. That resolution is what you seek. There's a faint trace of sorrow in the way higher authority looks. I shall wait for you at the beginning of your journey. Okay. With these words, higher authority vanishes into the unknown through the mysterious void crack. Left without so much as a goodbye. Protocol upgrade in process, acquiring authorization. This power from higher authority, what exactly is it? Data reconstruction complete, initiate world restructuring. Jetavie surveys her surroundings, the color of the world ebbs away like receding tides. Raging void storm sweeps through every corner, leaving Jetavie alone in the eye of the tempest. Surging computational power within Jetavie is driving her to make a choice. The enemy's power, how absurd, but what choice do I have? Chosen one, I will try once more, even if this is a trap, even if this power isn't truly mine. Even if nothing remains here for your sake, I will revive time itself from death. Let time halt at this very moment, and everything that has passed flows backwards. Time has come to a halt. The apocalypse freezes at this moment, the storm ceases, and even the light filtering through the ashen sky comes to a standstill. I've never heard this track before. Rollback protocol ready. Oh, we got rollback netcode? Let's go. Sorry. Fighting game moment. Had to say it. Constructing multi-branch simulation data. Unpacking external protocol. Location confirmed. Training loop number 10458 locked. Multiple variables destabilizing. Threat assessment level S. Forced execution. I'll keep rewinding no matter how long it takes and return to the past. I will hold your hand once more. This time, I will never let you go. This is my answer. This is a long cutscene. Good lord. The lost time begins to flow backwards. As the gray sky regains its colors, the void slowly loosens its grip on the world. The wind flows against the two of you. The clouds sail to the far horizon. Splattered dirt returns to the earth, while withered blooms awaken once more. Stirring within the flowers is the ancient red tide and the monsters it bred within. Oh, that's right. You were the first, final boss before they added new things. Interesting. Okay. Was it you who awakened me? The power awakened from that time is dead. Cost is equally apparent. Is your decision final? I'll be waiting nearby, my dear. Hard to believe we're only, what, 2-ish patches from having that character be playable? That's kind of nutty. So our archenemy departs, monsters awaken one after another from the red tide and head towards the distant unknown. This time resets, the world known as Beta brims with an ethereal vitality. No one knows how this repeating cycle of cause and effect will end. Time is accelerating the entropic increase, causing withered bubbles to swirl once more. All the wounds on Jetavie's body vanish, and her weapon is fully loaded once again. The girl sets out once more on a solitary journey to redemption. The shards of your soul shall follow Jetavie's eyes in the journey ahead. You will be neither a friend nor a foe, only a silent observer. Interesting. Please guide Jetavie whenever she reaches a crossroads. Okay. I'm going to assume those are my hints for how to find new endings. So, higher dimensional projector. An observation device from higher dimensions capable of creating backdoor programs within the Matrix by utilizing high-dimensional anchors as launch pads, enabling the user's consciousness to travel various sectors freely. Okay. Well. Turn inspection in progress. Phase 1 reconstruction completed. Overriding process. Okay. Oh, we jumped way ahead. That jumped us to a chapter 6. All right. So yeah, we notably jumped ahead. Let's see. So what do we want to do? So we can swap back and forth. The activation of Protocol A. So that gives us more alpha. And I don't know how alpha and beta impact the new ending. So I'm not sure if I want to take that or not. Let's just take an artifact for now and see what we get. So we have 2 energy, so we can add... who do we throw in with her on this? Suppose we could just take Liv. For now. That'll work. And I could just slap a old Da Vinci set on her. Yeah, that'll work for now. Gotta remember to take that off when I'm doing real content. I've definitely done that more than once. Oh, should have made Liv the starter. That's fine. Far from a big deal. I'll be curious to see how high the difficulty goes here now that we've jumped ahead to a different thing. Alright, not much yet. Fair enough. Normal corrupted package. Okay, yeah, I remember how these work now. Okay. Let's see here. Upon dealing damage, dark damage. When not moving, gain super armor. I'm assuming any movement counts, even if you're not manually moving them. We'll just take the armor. That's a pretty straightforward one. Okay. An altar destroyer, or a handshake verification, or higher number, greater power, extend a warm welcome. I'm going to take story beats just because I don't know for sure. Again, I have no idea where these new endings are. I kind of play these blind for obvious reasons, so. Jetavie stands before an eerie black door where a girl who calls herself a disciple stands outside. She warns Jetavie not to approach her leader's altar. Let's ask. Jetavie asks the girl the reason she is guarding the door, and the girl claims to be a disciple, tells Jetavie how her parents were hunted by the monster inside. Hearing this, Jetavie promises to keep the girl safe and manages to convince the girl to leave with her. Okay. So we can warp out and go to Shark's Go, which seems to not be the play. Interference of a powerful mediator. So this is probably going to increase beta if I take it, but I don't see anything else that looks like a blatant story situation, so let's see what happens. Jetavie pushes open a mysterious door hiding in the dark and finds two humans fighting against a monster swordsman. Those two are working in unison like master and student. Fortunately, the old man in front quickly falls due to the difference in strength, and the young man supporting him at the back is about to be devoured by the monster. Invite the monster to fight you. Why not? Strike for... Okay, I remember these. Participate in a fair fight is honored. Sure, you know what? Sure, Roseblade. Make this a fair fight. Jetavie waits till the enemy is prepared. Probably not the smartest, smartest way to do it, but, you know. Nobody ever said Jetavie was all about cold, hard logic. Need my left hand to defeat you. Oh, that's cute. Maybe should have gave Righty a try there, Roseblade. Treasure obtained from Sword of the Brave. Entropy plus. Okay, yep. So this is just to add to the beta side. Got it. And some processing units. Okay. So we have gold. We have an artifact. Void Merchant. I don't recognize that. Realization across time and space. I mean, that's kind of what we're doing, so I don't know. Let's see what happens. Oh, these things. Wow. Okay. I'm just not going to say anything because I don't even want to potentially do light spoilers for story stuff, but seeing this is bringing about some thoughts. Noticing the distorted space around Jetavie and you carefully walk along the twisting and crumbling ground until you encounter a warped figure. He seems to have been waiting for you two for a while. You, I don't think we've met before. The warped figure who calls himself the Void Merchant seems to know Jetavie, but Jetavie and you do not recall seeing him before. Claims Jetavie once lent him a card and he promised to return it in the future. He's come to fill his part of the deal. I mean, if they're going to let us use the thing that was the story full crux, then that's what we're going to do. You take out the projector, catching the Void Merchant's attention. After a close inspection, he frowns and explains this device isn't fully unlocked yet. Right now, it can only be used for observation, not real travel, quote unquote. Well, you ask the merchant if he can modify the machine. He activates the card, merges it with the projector, and restores its full functionality before handing it back to you. Don't sweat it. Consider it interest for borrowing your card. Interesting. Higher dimensional power projector. End. Okay. Alternate inspection in progress. Phase 3. Okay. Before leaving, the merchant warns you, never let the Void Watcher catch you traveling through time. If they do, it won't end well. Okay. Alright, so we have memory sets, animal cemetery. Can't say I'm excited to do that. Let's take a memory set. We don't have any full sets yet, so I think that's fine. Fault resolution protocol in progress. Oh, I ran out of orbs. Liv, help. I'm bad. Hey, remember when we used to have to trigger light penalty to get crit bonuses? You probably don't if you started with the global sync. You're probably like, Clage, what the hell are you talking about? And don't worry, you're better off for not having to deal with it, I promise you. That increased difficulty is ramping up quick, as it has always done. Cursed Waves, I remember the first time I tried the max difficulty, I got smoked. Like, I think I made it to like chapter 2 or 3, and I got worked. So, they don't mess around on that part. Alright, what do we got here? Upon taking damage, extra damage bonus up. After a dodge, receive a shield. Upon dealing damage, inflict nihil damage. I mean, ideally we don't take damage, and shields are nice, so sure. We already got a little bit invested in shields. We'll take it. Alright, what do we got here? Lewin, Hook, Alice, and Cunningham. So we have both of these. Yeah, let's continue our physical set. That seems like the play. Secret Workshop or Unsuccessful Rescue. I'm going to try and keep this balanced, I think, so let's go this way. Hey, Recruit Protocol. Beautiful. Always good. We definitely don't need to adjust equipment because I have hardly any, so no sense in wasting time there. And now we're back to Chapter 3. Interesting. That's very interesting. Okay. Forbidden Experiments. Okay. Why not? Jetavie enters a laboratory and finds it covered in blood. Well, that's about the most PGR thing to ever PGR. Worried, she decides to hide in the shadows. Two children run past Jetavie being chased by a monster. The hideous-looking monster seems extremely dangerous. I mean... Gotta, right? Probably a trap. Red beam melts a giant hole through the monster's body from behind. However, the monster does not fall. Its body quickly regenerates. Having recovered, it turns around and charges at Jetavie with its gaping maw. That didn't kill you. Well then. Yeah, that's about how I would go about it. Charged with more computing power, the beam weapon fires, instantly fills the space with red light, annihilating the monster and half the laboratory. Collateral damage it is. After it dies, the gray-haired boy steps out, shaking and handing a faded note to Jetavie before running away. The Void Messenger delivers a vision of opulence. Unknown Gospel. Upon entering the Matrix, movement speed plus 50%. Interesting. Okay. That's a neat artifact. So we have a extra difficult battle. What do we have on light side? Blue Crack. Normally I go to more battle nodes during these things, but again, since I'm hunting for new endings, I'm gonna try some stuff that I normally wouldn't. So, you and Jetavie enter a deserted, unpowered tunnel in a research center. Secret crack with a blue glow attracts you when you're searching in the darkness. It seems there's a dark grid space behind the crack. I mean, I already made my bed. Might as well sleep in it. Find a door at the end of the grid space. You push it open carefully, and a blinding flare comes towards you. In the darkness, material with data fluoresce. And here's one of those words that I just can't pronounce to save my damn life. Fluorescents are burning in the fire. Good lord. I get paid to talk for a living. Can you believe it? Take the materials at all costs. Wait for the fire to die out. I mean... reckless is as reckless does. Burning sensation hurts, but you still manage to save a collection of materials from the fire. It was an accident. The researcher put in wrong parameters, got a surprisingly stable personality through training. The personality is too disjointed and has nothing in common with the origin memory sample. It's naughty and even childish. However, it actually suggests that the personality is highly adaptable and resembles the autonomously awakened individual. Put away the materials and prepare to leave the space. Extra damage plus 30. Okay. Failed creation, top player, fire scene. I think I've seen all of those. Fairly sure I have. What do we have over here? Appears when beta entropy is high. The backhand only throws festival travel notes. I'm going to keep following these for now. When she walks past the dense forest, Jetavie notices a spark of flame amongst the trees. As she approaches, she notices a group of figures in black performing a cultist ritual. Ooh, fun. Suddenly, the sheep they were planning to sacrifice freaks out and breaks free, knocking down multiple cortices as it runs towards Jetavie. I mean, yeah, I'll shave a sheep. Sheep are great. Keeps the sheep behind her to protect it. The cultists surround her and ask her to give it up or they will teach her a lesson. So I can buy the sheep, or I can resort to violence. I know what I'm doing. She fires at the sky. Afterwards, both the cultists and the sheep run away. Well, shit. Alright. Note to self. Pay for the sheep next time. Mystery of the Night Flame or a Void Fisher. We're a little lower on alpha entropy, so sure. Very green flame passes you by when Jetavie and you walk past a secluded mansion. Jetavie screams. Same time, a strange time-space fluctuation appears inside the mansion. Sense powerful energy within. In the past, when Jetavie screams, she gets mad if we don't help her. We're trying to find the time fluctuations. At least that's what the story's implying. So I'm gonna do this. Jetavie and you chase after the ghostly flame, and you quickly get lost in the woods. Right then, you decide to observe the direction of the move, observe the direction of the mansion. Let's try the mansion. Following the faint reflection of silver dial in the mansion, you quickly discover a path of the ghostly flame and locating it. It's a small, glowing fox. Hell yeah, fox! Let's go. When your finger touches the small fox, it quickly turns into a smooth, lustrous, fox-shaped jade. Okay. So we're a little bit more balanced now. So we have a gold memory set available. And on the other side... Okay, so it's whatever we want here. This is... We'll do the extra hard battle. Why not? Let's roll with it. Let's see. So I could... you know what? I think I would rather just swap to... Let's get Alyssa in here. And let's get your memories back on. And we'll just make you a Da Vinci bot. That'll do. Alright. Let's see if I get worked. Oh, cool. We're getting the funky effects now. These are always neat. The other reason I really like these modes is I feel like this is Kuro's chance to experiment with ideas and things they want to put in the game, but they haven't totally settled on what they want to do with it yet. And I like that they use these modes for experimentation. I think that's really cool and really smart, for that matter, from a design standpoint. Man, that is funky with the extra visual noise. Alright, look at all the shinies. Normal corrupted package. Let's see. Lightning damage. After dodge, restore health. I mean, we have a lot of hyper armor on Hunying, so let's do this, because we'll probably just incidentally get some damage bonuses, and that's always a help in Derived From Matrix. Yes, we will absolutely finish Liu and Hook. Easy choice. Sharks go and only sharks go. All right. Let us make purchases. First downgrade, all enemy. You know what? That's never a bad thing to have, ever. All members attack. Yep, taking it. We'll definitely take the gold. Try to complete another set here. So we can work on poison or slash. We don't dodge a ton with Han Ying just because of the way her kit works. So let's take that one for now. You have 500 left, so I get 2 more sets, or I take the this and this. Sure, let's get an artifact. Random set on 3 ping grant. That won't work great. 40 attack after switching characters. Han Ying's going to be carrying most of this. Let's take the deadline timing, like. And why not? Let's spend it all. Let's see. On standby, gains attack and HP from character on the battlefield. Upon member switch, the bearer's attack increases. Neither of these are great for us, unfortunately. I'll just take this and slap it on Echo for now. She does hit the field, so it's not useless. It's just not super exciting. Hey, bonus TV. Let's go. Beautiful. Yeah, we will, complete the poison set. Okay, we definitely... Oh, okay. So we can go one way or the other. So I've done Silver Lining and Chain Disaster before. Those I'm sure of. Let's take existing obstacles. I've never done this one. At least not that I remember. Alright, so Ballard's silhouette. With the Alpha World's projector fully unlocked, the chain of cause and effect in the Beta World has changed. Instead of Authority of Desire as expected, Jetavie meets Sheriff Robert, someone she once crossed path with in the Abyss, who is one of the incarnations of the Higher Authority. Sheriff Robert takes a deep breath and begins his introduction. At another time and space, he is called Ballard. Wow, okay, they just say it. But here he is Robert. He fights crime tirelessly, and people love him. He has a lovely daughter. He did join a cult once, but now his family is perfectly happy. Red flags. I mean, by PGR standards, that's not really that much of a red flag, but red flags nonetheless. At that point, Jetavie can't help but interrupt him. Not interested in your stories, just get to the point. Robert decides to keep it brief. He thinks unlocking the projector's hidden feature is immoral and that any attempt to challenge the higher authority is laughable. Well, hate to break it to you, boss. If anyone could stop Jetavie, it's him. As an incarnation of the higher authority, he must act as a vigilante or a mysterious enforcer to teach Jetavie a lesson. Justice and evil are two sides of the same coin. A bold play, being a cop and calling it justice. Interesting. Hearing this, Jetavie gets impatient again. Open fire. Yeah, that's what we do. Noting Jetavie's annoyance, the image of obsession takes a fighting stance. Okay, so we're just going to fight Ballard. Well then. Good luck, us. I will try not to get worked. You really gotta want it, kid. What I really want is to crush you. I love Jetavie's dialogue. She's such a good character. Just another reckless fool, not even worth my time. Doing pretty okay damage start. Can't complain. Almost certainly going to be multiple phases this fight. I'll be very surprised if there aren't. That poison set is doing some work, though. Yep, okay. Again, I expected at least 2 phases, so... Wow, still doing a grip to him, though. Getting the extra ords over time is making this way easier. A power beyond imagination. I guess there was some logic to that head-on attack. Suppose I'm not quite qualified to be an ally of justice yet. Nope. Nope. You are unfortunately still free, Ballard. Stay free, homie. Top corrupted package. Oh, buddy. It's just like when I get an Amazon delivery. What do we got here? Adrenaline. For every entropy artifact owned, extra damage, plus 15 upon dealing... That is an interesting one. Upon dealing different types of elemental damage. So you would try to stack... Huh. That is a very... I suppose the memories also count as elemental damage. I wonder if poison counts as an element. Upon entering battle, receive a shield. We have at least one entropy artifact. I'm just going to take this. I'm just going to take the damage boost. Seems good. Fate's Invitation. Hard-earned invitation. Image of Possession collapses in front of Jetavie. She never expected such a tough fight. The sheriff, exhausted, slumps to the ground and pulls an invitation from his coat pocket. It looks ordinary, but Jetavie senses faint computer energy throwing through it. Computing energy. Sorry, my bad. Stop! Enough! I'm tired. Me, literally every day. Oh, more protocol and more memory slots. We take those. It's an invitation from the higher authority, a sign of courage, supreme honor, and the only path to the center. Hearing the word center, Jetavie remains composed this time, opting for caution over excitement. This is just another scam, isn't it? In his obsession shows a faint smile, not bothering to convince Jetavie. He knows that despite her doubts, she will go eventually. Invitation from the high authority. Okay, so we're getting towards something I've not done before, so... Overriding process. Okay. Don't need to adjust equipment, so let's mosey. Dark Swamp. Okay, so normal battle one. Void's in. The final stand ends. That's probably going to be an ending. We've been going for 50 minutes, and if any of you have stuck around this long, thank you. But color me surprised. Why not? Let's go for an ending. You and Jetavie notice a void fissure tearing open nearby. You carefully walk towards it. Okay, so we have the thing. Maybe this is the new true ending. We're going to find out. Projector in your pocket reacts to the fissure. After activating its travel function, you and Jetavie safely enter the void. Oh boy. Here we go. You wander through the surreal realm for a while and come upon a twisted figure covered in fresh wounds, as if from a recent fight. Spotting you, it attacks without warning. Alright. So we can throw two more on here. Do I want more healing, or do I just want a second tank? We don't really get extra shred out of the deal. But my Rosetta is definitely better built than Fizzliv is. You still have all your memories on, right? You do. Alright, cool. Why not? Alright, let's rock. Okay, we've got Hakshu. Warning, corrupted entropy data detected. Initiating purge protocol. I can talk, I swear. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What's with the ambush? I mean, did we expect much less? I certainly didn't. Good lord, that did a grip. How could it be the will of the void? That was a tough one. Thank goodness it's down. Is it? Okay. It actually was. Wow. I've gotten so used to expecting every curveball when you get to these later chapters of the roguelikes. So, let's see. Matrix boost, equilibrium boost. Yeah, that sounds good. Equilibrium boost is always nice. And some cash money dollars for the road. You defeat this Void Watcher and recover a plain-looking seal from it, probably used to stamp envelopes. You don't recall ever finding an envelope or anything like that, but it might come in handy later. Security program generated in the Matrix brain area based on special protocols, used to verify advanced certificates. Alright. Well. Sending back entropy change result. Traveling through the void, you reach a world known as Beta. Everything here seems new. Jetavie at your side senses connection to this world and trusts her intuition will guide you to the other Jetavie. Call it my sixth sense. This is more like the Jetavie we know and love. Demi-Human Girl. The Forbidden Experiment series. Okay, so these... Oh, interesting. So they have like a timeline with them. Neat. Alright, I'm down. In a corner of orphanage, a gray-haired boy is holding the wounded demi-human girl tightly, who has passed out after her rampage. The boy asks Jetavie to help turn the girl back to normal, and he says Jetavie will receive an important insight as she offers her assistance. Okay. Saving the girl, however, might require making an antidote from a serum sample of the virus. Do we have a blood sample? Nope. Alright, so we're missing that one. Tries to make an antidote herself without any reference. She can only put together some medicine she has taken from the orphanage's first aid kit that match the symptoms. Well, good to know. Okay, so note to self, demi-human girl, you got to find a blood sample first. We will keep that in the back pocket for future runs. Let's see, QTE or switch into battle. Let's take the QTE set. Those are always nice to have. And Alyssa has plenty of room. So artifact, this is just processing units. And let's take the artifact. Alright. I thought we were going to be an ending, but I'm actually pleasantly surprised. This is going to be a long video. Whoops. Nice use of your meter there, me. Huh? Still worked, apparently. And that's why you don't accidentally switch in the wrong character. Okay. Shelly. I don't recognize this set. During battle, summon an assisting mechanoid. Mechanoid produces an attack area. That sounds fun. I'm down to try new sets. Oh, when not moving, gain HP. Just straight up extra damage bonus. When taking damage, enter Matrix. Yeah, we'll take damage bonus. Make big number go up. We did that series, but this... That's going to make entropy go up. Since we did this before, I'm going to take this one again. Jetavie steps foot in an eerie corridor inside the Neuroscience Research Center. Multiple copies of Renaissance masterpieces decorate the wall, and the beautiful chandeliers and wallpaper make this place look like a museum instead of a laboratory. Following the corridor, Jetavie returns to a large oil painting in the beginning. After some time, she tries again, but ends up at the start again. Look around. Jetavie admires the large oil painting next to her, which depicts a young nun who has lost her mind due to her fanatical devotion. Pouring mercury into her eyes, the nun looks lifeless with her empty pupils despite her beautiful face. Pretty sure we don't have these. Nope. Unfortunate. Investigate the wall. Toolbox hidden behind the oil painting, and we get some cash money dollars. Okay. So we have a shop. We do have some things, but I think I'd rather just go after an artifact. Why not? Oh man, Teddy's theme. Song's so good. Well, we're smoking the battles now, so that's good. Alright, what we got here? Any battlefield due to a QTE, create a slowing field. Sure. Completing sets is fun. Cash money dollars, and... after taking damage, enter Matrix. When not moving, gain HP. When both routes have an equal amount of entropy, attack 100. Where are we at on entropy? We're kind of close to that. We're probably not going to get there, but why not? We're 4 alpha. Okay, so if I can get 4 alpha. We haven't gotten any alpha choices for a while, so my guess is I'm not going to be able to balance that out. But, you know, it's fun to gamble. Hacker's Challenge. Jetavie enters a strange matrix at the edge of the area and is sealed inside. This is a challenge issued by the so-called domain hacker, and she can only leave after she passes the challenge. Alright, well that was easy enough. I'm good on equipment. And we probably have enough to bring Bianca on the team now. Let's get some more memories. Why not? So we should be able to swap to Bianca. Yes, beautiful. All right. Let us continue. All right, she's on. Forgot I have Bianca on her buffing set because I was doing Pain Cage earlier today. Sorry, we'll fix that after this fight. Clearly it didn't matter, but you know. Let's see. So we can... Yeah, let's do that. Just reduce damage reduction. Hit even harder. Why not? So we can create finish the other supports. We can build the slash set. Let's work on that. Why not? We're only one away. Some more entropy, false reality, 10,000 gold. The Forbidden Experiment series. We definitely haven't done that, so let's take this. Jetavie finds a gold-plated key, but the key does not open any door. Curious, Jetavie searches every corner of the mansion thoroughly, finally finding a hidden clue on the corner of an oil painting. Dear customer, there are treasures hidden in the garden and the books. Let's go to the library. Jetavie finds a hidden grove in the corner of the library. After she inserts the key, an opening appears between the two shelves. Entering it, she finds a metal door and the combination lock. Alright. Mash buttons. Passcode's clearly long. The metal door does not move. Boo. Alright. We chose the wrong one, I'm guessing. Another memory set? Sure. I forgot to change Bianca's set, but I don't think it's going to particularly matter the way this is going. Yeah, I think we're alright. Actually, her on the buffing set's probably better at this point, considering Han Ying's going to carry us. More varied classes in the team, the more signature energy everyone gets. Upon entering the field, QT included consumes HP to deal elemental damage. When switching the battle, grants around large amount of signature energy. Let's take the varied bonuses. Why not? Let's put it on Echo. Seems fine. So we can finish that set, or we can finish the slash set. Let's finish the slash set first. Guilty Gear player wants to finish the slash set. Who could have seen this coming? Yeah, we'll do the extra rewards. I want some goodies. Enemies are getting tanky, though. They are getting tanky. Nice. Look at all the shinies. So we can finish this set? Might as well. So what are our two things? We gain more signature energy. And attack and HP up. Perfect. Works for me, bucko. And a whole lot of cash money dollars. Auto workshop or midway stash. Sure. A large, wild pitcher plant Jetavie encounters on her journey tries to attack her, threatening her with its two pitchers. Shoot the large pitcher, shoot the small pitcher, kill the pitcher plant directly. Let's go to the heart of the problem. Dropping a normal package. Okay. After taking damage on your matrix, upon dealing damage, inflict fire damage. Now I kind of wish I would have taken the multi-element thing. Sure. Free matrix procs are not the worst thing. We got a lot of currencies, so let's go with this one. Oh, man. '21's music is also so good. Such a good chapter. Alright. What we got? We can finish the Gloria set, get more missiles. When switching to battle grants significant extra damage bonus and multiple sets of signal orbs. Let's finish this first. I like dropping missiles, why not? Okay. Appearance probability of gotcha upon machines. You want some gotcha in your gotcha? I'm good though. Dark damage up upon taking damage, extra damage bonus. I mean, you know, we're not intending to take damage, but is what it is. All right, what do you got? Because we got cash. We do have cash. Drop corrupted. Let's see what we got here. Ice damage. Immediately attain. So it's just a cheap TV. Okay, we're not moving. And upon dealing damage, ooh, physical damage. Yes, give please. And let's go big ball here. When total entropy is no less than 60, well, that's not us. When purchasing an item, there's a 50% chance to additionally gain a random artifact. Nice, but we're kind of at the end of the run. Upon ending your battle, receive a shield. Oh, we already have a shield? Whatever, we'll take this. We'll buy some more stuff. Let's take the corrupted package. Yes, please. More physical damage for my physical team. This is just a free TV? Why not? Give me some memories. Let's see. Let's work towards completing the mechanoid. This is an interesting memory set. Yay, free stuff. And we can complete the mechanoid set. Baller. Space between fates and a critical duel. Well, one of these is taking us somewhere. Let's try this one. I'm just guessing, so I could very well be wrong. Jetavie follows the clouds and the birds who are flying backwards and arrives at the birthplace of all disasters and monsters. As time accelerates, a great number of monsters are constrained by the red tide. Without any hesitation, Jetavie steps in the battlefield in this bright chaos and new lines, confronting countless monsters. She sends her gaze beyond them instead as she stares down the dark shadow hiding in the back. Take out the ultra limit key. 99% sure I don't have that. I sure don't. Jetavie pulls the trigger without hesitation. The beam annihilates all the enemies before her. Still, the large figure in the shadow does not seem to be harmed. High-speed dash. Jetavie closes in on the enemy before they come face-to-face. The enemies lying in ambush jump out and attack, but Jetavie takes them out almost immediately. Alright. Man, there's a lot of items I have not found yet, because I'm not recognizing any of these potential options it's giving to me. You're like an injured beast. All that killing intent is just a desperate attempt to hide your fear. Your fear making you uncomfortable? You're nothing but a pathetic coward. And phase 2. Taking your sweet time there, Machiavelli. The only thing that I know is that I know nothing. Relatable. Extremely relatable. Oh, we had an actual ending? Corner of the narrow enclosure, a crimson beam tears through the silent sky. Flickering shadow weaves between the enemies, but the girl's eyes show neither joy nor rage. You now have the power to fully suppress the red tide, Jetavie. Congratulations, you're now closer to awakening than ever before. Okay, so this is a deeper ending than I've gotten so far, but clearly not the true ending. Higher Authority, when did you get here? Now then, would you like to know the truth about this world? Jetavie points her gun at Higher Authority. Tell me, and I'm not asking. Higher Authority lets out a soft sigh as she watches Jetavie's finger tighten on the trigger. Long ago, ambitious opportunists discovered this vibrant matrix space. However, discovery does not mean understanding it. It's like giving a typewriter to a monkey. Hey, give them time, they'll make Shakespeare. The writer, not the memory. Anyway. Who knows? Hell, there might just be some monkeys out there that can type out oh, okay, well. My bad. Sorry, PGR. You were setting up a joke, and I took it. I'm bad. Oh yeah, see, we've got social structure out there built by monkeys with monkey wisdom. Where are you going with this? It all comes down to luck in the end, and that tiny bit of courage needed to bring such luck into existence. It all began when the Matrix obtained a consciousness sample from a certain candidate. Gee, I wonder who that is. The neural network begins training a model to simulate human consciousness using this sample. The chosen one was our first successful model. A miracle, yes, but not the miracle we had hoped for. Being too close to the consciousness sample actually prevented you from developing your own personality. Okay. In human terms, this would be overfitting. In a sense, the result was far from ideal and had no future. However, like a prophet heralding the prologue, the child of prophecy soon followed. Soon after, the Matrix created a second model. It might be fragmented and have quite a few significant flaws. It was precisely these flaws that made it more human. Jetavie, you emerge from a possibility infinitely close to zero, a raw gem that shines brilliantly on its own. The data that comprises you may hold the very code that makes up the human soul. Alright, we're getting real philosophical now. This is who you are, Jetavie, guided by higher dimensional beings and born and raised within the Matrix. The dazzling crimson beam surges upwards, blasting towards the higher authority. Wow. The red barrier before the higher authority completely absorbs the radiation, leaving only scattered sparks of electricity. On the other side of the barrier, higher authority remains perfectly calm. Not one single hair of hers was disturbed by the blast. How am I supposed to trust you when you've been ready to take that blast? Do you still hate me as much, Jetavie? I don't hate you. I just want to kill you, that's all. That's a very Jetavie line. Jetavie lowers her smoking weapon and looks up at the higher authority who's afloat in the air. Loading weapons. I know you fear the weapon in my hand. Why else would you cage yourself in a barrier? Your rebellious nature is a virtue, but you can't always rely on that. What do you want to do? I'll break these shackles that bind me with my own hand and find the answers I seek. Truth comes with a price, and what is the price you pay? If you had no weaknesses, you wouldn't be here. I know even you must fear something. It's not fear, but anticipation. Anticipation that gives rise to compassion. No matter how many times it happens, you always rush headlong towards your own destruction. You either die at the end or in the cradle. So come, show me how much you've grown. The word cradle is a thing you pay attention to when they say it in the roguelikes. Just saying. Multiple fissures form behind higher authority as crimson arrows appear in formation. But before the fight even begins, Jetavie has vanished from the higher authority's sight. The Matrix? She stacks advanced vector components to launch attacks while moving at high speed. Impressive. Your every movement pushes you beyond your limits. Jetavie, you're fast, but not fast enough. Higher authority narrows her eyes as the beam blasting at her from behind once again crashes into the red mesh barriers. Jetavie sneaks into the higher authority's blind spot as she dodges the red arrows. This hit-and-run style of fighting will quickly drain your computing power. Can't maintain your attack under high pressure? Brute force. Countless monsters suddenly crawl out of the ground. The monsters surround Jetavie before pouncing on her at once like a tsunami, engulfing her completely. Alright, so we've come full circle, it seems. Suddenly, a crimson beam bursts from the center, piercing the monsters. As the monster's remains crumble in the dust, using the monster's body as a fate, Jetavie has created an opening that even higher authority couldn't foresee. Jetavie pulls the trigger once again, unleashing a blinding blast straight at higher authority. The close-range beam strikes the Crimson Barrier once again. This attack finally stirs up higher authority's hair ever so slightly. Higher authority has a small change of mind. Jetavie, how you've grown. Reset to 0. Higher authority raises her arm gently, and the world's edges begin cracking like glass into countless chips before breaking apart and crumbling away. Then one by one, everything that makes up this world turns to dust and fades away. Jetavie falls to her knees as her body begins to break apart. My power, it's waning. This is death, Jetavie, the moment when human life reaches its end. If you wish to become human, then consider this your lesson in mortality. Whose power did you think you were using? What did you hope to achieve by turning my own power against me? Interesting. Okay. What I can give, I can just as easily take away. Jetavie lifts her weapon with trembling hands and points it at the higher authority. Warning, low ammunition. Well, that's not great. Weapon energy at 0%. Power depleted. As the warning sounds fade, Jetavie's right arm drops to the ground. How foolish. You gave everything for the Chosen One, and what do you have to show for it? Higher authority turns and walks away, her eyes devoid of mercy. Just as Jetavie has abandoned the cycles of reincarnation, higher authority has also finally lost her patience. Initiating computational resource allocation. Huh, I don't know if I've seen that face from Jetavie. Interesting. Can't believe I let my enemy point that out. This isn't all I have, not by a long shot. I can do so much more. Warning, this operation will divert computing power from vital frame functions. Losing computational power. Higher authority suddenly stops. Jetavie. Executing computational resource allocation. Like you said, if some coincidence or miracle is what makes me who I am, then I would forfeit this miracle of life given to me and transform it into power I bring death to this world with. This is who I really am, higher authority, and this is my true blessing. You'll vanish once you use the computing power that forms your soul. Not even another reincarnation will bring you back. Why go for this far for that person? I don't understand it. If the possibility I seek exists neither here nor in the present. Weapon charge 30. It must exist somewhere in time. Losing frame integrity. That's probably not good. In the world with the Chosen One on that distant shore across the sea. Another Jetavie will be there by the Chosen One's side. Sometimes I can clearly feel the resonance that throbs in my chest. These feelings sprout like weeds in crevices, yearning for sunlight beyond the shadows. On that shore that I can't see, they yearn for an even brighter future. If only my voice could reach that far. Ooh, overcharge. So this is what it feels like to be human. It's kind of overrated some days, not gonna lie, Jetavie. Losing frame integrity. Fine, if you so choose. Oh, hello. Now we're truly overcharging. Challenge accepted. Let's witness this together before the world goes back to where it began. Jetavie raises her weapon, its muzzle gleaming with a brilliant crimson light. That's good art. God, PGR art is so good. 999%. Alright, we're just gonna bend time and space with this one. Chosen One from another world, may we see each other in a better place. Until we meet again. This energy is like nothing before. The light originates directly from Jetavie's computing core. Beautiful radiance tears through the pitch-black world, like light from a lighthouse piercing through darkness, like dawn breaking through the night. Higher authority, take this. Listen, the Chosen One for this... listen, the Chosen One, sorry. I can't use commas very well, apparently. English language is hard, alright? For this will be the last thing you hear. The weapon breaks through its limits, and deep crimson rays burst towards the edge of the world. As strong winds seep back, higher authority's hood, a smile appears on her face. I knew from my prophecy that you would choose to leave like this. Send your voice to that person on that distant shore. I have to say, this is one long confession. Higher authority vanishes into the blinding light. Beam of light pierces through the celestial dome, racing ever higher into the distant unknown. It's almost like I've been trying to read and record for an hour plus. The will of the world dissolves into nothing but fragments of whispers. Your consciousness wavers, and you have no doubt that this overwhelming energy will eventually engulf you too. Listen to Jetavie's final sound echoing through the Matrix. That light pierces through the membrane between two ethereal bubbles and transcends the boundary of time and existence. The silent sea of void trembles with anticipation as the first ray of light arrives, illuminating its pitch-black surface. Soon the sea begins to stir, waves of surging create swelling. Okay, that's an interesting way to write that. Crests upon the surface. At last, the light that parts the sea of emptiness reaches another shore. The boundary between alpha and beta vanishes forever. Oh, well, okay. Projector's light fades away from you. The pristine white museum appears along with the projection device, still glowing softly. You collapse to the ground, gasping for air. We game too hard. We're out of breath. Chaotic memories jumble together, and you lose yourself deeper into overwhelming confusion. Sense a familiar figure approaching through the hazy consciousness. Listen here. First you run off and leave me behind, and now you're crying alone in this damp corner. Enough is enough. You never know how dangerous things might get around here. You're not a kid anymore. You know I'm worried about you, right? Well, this is interesting. Not what I expected. Jetavie before you is the one you know all too well, with the same twin tails and smile. Hey, say something. What? What is it? Are you hungry? I mean, yes, I actually am. Hold on, I've got some milk. Oh, he actually needs some milk. There's only a bit left. Drink slowly. Don't gulp it down all at once. Jetavie? In some weird dream? Did you get eaten by a dragon or something? No, I thought I'd lost you. Huh? But we were together just a while ago, no? Stop being so clingy. It's grossing me out. Okay, it's good to have normal Jetavie back, not gonna lie. Don't tell me your dense little brain finally noticed my charm. Heh. I knew you'd wise up one of these days. Wow, it really is original Jetavie now. By the way, the chosen one, what's that you're holding? What? Hit you now that you've been clutching onto something tightly. The black gun, the weapon Jetavie used in the beta world, is now in your hand. A gun? Question mark? Your voice has reached its goal. Also, is that projector there a new piece on exhibit? Something about it seems off. You cautiously approach the projector. When you touch the machine, you clearly feel a force from a parallel world pulling at you. You know what this is. A gateway to beta. Boundary between the two possibilities has vanished. Thank you. You reach out to take Jetavie's hand. Eh? Why are you so touchy-feely today? Did something happen? But hey, I like it. This is much more reassuring than getting the cold shoulder. See, you can't do without me after all. I mean, that's kind of true. Jetavie, it's time to go. And don't let go of my hand anymore. Yeah, it's a promise. The light that parts the sea of emptiness will reach another shore. Listen carefully, Echo. Okay, so that is definitely an ending I have not seen before. Woo! Level ups. I mean, you should get a ton of modems out of that. Alright. Artifacts unlocked. Beautiful. Let's see what we got here. So, complete any ending. Nice. Collect 8 sets. Sure. That's our alternatives. So, didn't get any new endings there according to it. Or maybe not one of the new endings that actually gives a achievement. Alright. Okay. Well, we got through that pretty good. I guess I'll spin these real quick before I wrap this up. Let's see. Yeah, we have a whole new tree to mess with here that I haven't gotten a lot on yet. Which one of these was I even working towards? I don't remember. It's been a minute since I've done Derived from Matrix. Let's see. Extra damage bonus, starting processors. That one's activated, that one's activated. Alright, we'll take this. And then we can go up along this curve. Why not? Go just get a free artifact long term. Mouse is being very clingy here. There we go. Oh, just extra recruit protocol? Sure. I don't hate that. And, yeah, we'll just go along the bottom, work towards the other side then. Nice. Spend it all. Perfect. Okay. Well, yeah. That's going to do it for this one. Let me know what you think of this. Do you want me to do some more runs and just kind of casually read and talk? I don't know how well this will do. I have a feeling not great. I don't know who wants to sit and watch someone else play Derived from Matrix for nearly 90 minutes. But if you do and you want to see me do more of these, feel free to let me know down in the comments and stuff. But just wanted to get something out while we had a little bit of downtime between doing all the guides and other stuff like that to just, I don't know, actually play the game and just chit-chat as opposed to trying to make sure I'm delivering 100% correct information so I don't lead anyone astray on how to play a character or how to conserve resources for future characters. So, but as always, I appreciate all the support. Thanks for hanging out. Thank you for all the input and comments on the videos. It's definitely helping the channel out. I can't believe how quickly the subscriber base has grown from just a few months of doing PGR content, but I wouldn't get here without y'all, so I really appreciate it. But anyway, I will be back soon with more of the stuff you would expect, and like I said, if you want to see more of the roguelike mode, we have plenty to do, and we have the brand new one coming in the next patch. So that's going to do it for now. Y'all take care, and I will catch you on the next one. Be good.